What's up, world? How's everybody doing today, tonight, tomorrow? As I always say, whatever time, realm, dimension you're living in, I hope you're doing great, feeling blessed, no stress. Oh, the storm comes and it passes and it leaves a mess. Yeah, I truly appreciate all the support from everybody out there and also all the well wishes. I hope everybody out there who was affected by these storms is doing much better, got your power back, things like that. Finally got mine. Things are getting somewhat back to normal, and we can start to concentrate on all the craziness of the world that we usually concentrate on. Even Blue's happy. But once again, thank you, everybody. And my heart goes out to all those definitely who are going to be affected by these next batch of storms coming. And we need to keep our eyes on these things. We need to keep prepared, be aware. Don't listen to mainstream. Look, folks, they're going to a lot of times sell you a thing of goods ain't worth nothing, okay? Or however that saying goes. You know what I'm talking about. Everybody up there in Boston, New York area, please be prepared, be smart, be safe. And everybody in the islands, oh, man, my heart goes out to you. And even us here in Florida, we're wondering if we're in the path of these storms. There's no telling. We have the ones that are out there right now. They're talking about one possibly coming up from around Brazil, like the North Tip there, and working its way up to us. So hopefully not. If so, I'm prepared, I'm ready. But that kind of brings me to my next point. A lot of what you're seeing online right now is coming up. It's right around the corner. Revelations 12, September 23rd. Yes, we all know the sign in the sky. And it's funny because we look around us and you think of signs and you think of these things. And ironically, after the eclipse, you look around the world right now, look at the chaos we're dealing with. You look at a world that just seems to be being torn apart. Now, some of that may be manipulated, some of that may just be things that happen. Now, don't let that fool you, though. Even though something's manipulated by man, that doesn't mean that it's still not part of a sign. We look at wars that were predicted or leaders that came to be. These are man-made events that happened that still went down in prophecy or other things that signs given. Right now, I mean, we look throughout the world. Let's just start on some of the crazy things going on. We got, over 1 million acres on fire here in the U.S. We have meteors on an uprise like we've never seen. Sun flares out the wazoo, very strong flares. Thankfully, haven't all been pointed at us because we'd be saying hello to the 1800s again. Along with that, we see earthquakes. Mexico had some big ones. They just had another big one. They had the 8.2. Now they got another 7.2 that just happened. And from what I understand, my heart goes out. Prayers to everybody down there. I hear it was pretty bad. There was a school that was crushed. All kinds of stuff. Okay. We go down that list and we look at the fact that Yellowstone is ramped up. The New Madrid fault line has ramped up. All these things are ramping up. And like I say, ironically, after the eclipse. Not only that, we look at the storms. We look at the fact we have these Cat 5s rolling one after the other after the other. I mean, when have we ever seen something like this? These models of prediction, these spaghetti models, how crazy they are. That's why I say everybody needs to be ready because they don't know where these things are going. The only ones maybe who knows are the ones who are maybe feeding these things and steering them a little, but it's a whole nother ballgame. We look at, I said Yellowstone, and that's a can of worms we don't want opened by NASA digging in it. Then we look at the way the sea was affected. What things we've seen happen in Brazil recently, the things we saw happen in the Bahamas, that was insane. Now, I've seen the ocean get sucked out a bit, like here in Florida, where my family lives in Steenhatchee. The ocean was sucked out and was dry underneath the bridge. But the Bahamas, miles and miles, no ocean. Hey, Al Gore, where'd that ocean go? Okay. They tell you things like global warming and all these things and climate change and blah, 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 blah. Folks, the world is going to do what it wants to sometimes, and these yahoos that like to blame everything on us and own the companies that they blame it on and still put it on our heads, They're the ones running that show. Okay, so don't let that don't let it fool you. And it's funny because this truth community, we go out there, we talk about things all the time, we bring up subjects, and they get no notoriety. They get no attention like they should. It's amazing. If it was a sports team, and I can't, hey y'all, I got a gator tattooed on my back, okay? I'm a big gator fanatic. I love sports. I don't let it run my life anymore. I used to when I was younger. But I've come to realize that there's more important things that go on in this world. But it's funny because if these same subjects were anything like sports, the whole world would know about it. It'd be the biggest thing out there. They need to be treated like sports. People need to bring awareness to these events like sports. Now, let me get off on that tangent. But it's funny how the world is brainwashed to only talk about what social media tells you. And it's funny, I know I say this on YouTube, but I haven't been on Facebook 2 years, but social media, the way whatever's on there or on the news, that's what people want to believe. They don't want to believe in signs. They don't want to believe in all these things. It's funny. Jacob Israel did a video here today, and I suggest everybody go and talk and watch it. He talks about Jonah and the whale and the significance of that in September 23rd. And I suggest y'all take a look at it. It's a pretty good video, and it really seems to have a lot in common with what's going on right now. People being aware and acknowledging that things are happening, that we're in redneck shooting guns. I'm home. Things are happening, and we need to address things, and we need to become aware of things. And if changes need to happen, they need to happen. They're not going to happen following these fools who have led us into these holes already and who want to keep leading us into these holes, these roads to nowhere. The only person or people or groups, organizations that it helps are them. That's all they're concerned about. It's helping themselves. Yeah, they go up on during storms and they give you that whole, oh, God bless everybody. We're here to help you, blah, blah, blah. We're going to bring in FEMA and put you all in this FEMA here prison and we'll take care of you. Yeah. And if anybody sees this video, I'll be shocked because lately I've been in the YouTube basement and, it's kind of crazy how their censorship has gotten out of control. And the only good thing out of the censorship lately is unbox therapy. I don't know if anybody's aware of that. Mosquitoes. Speaking of mosquitoes too, I'm going to go back to unbox therapy. But everybody, Florida, Texas, be careful. If you see stuff being sprayed above you, don't breathe it. Get your butt inside. Put something over your face. Don't breathe that crud they're spraying on people. Okay? It's bad stuff. But unbox therapy, one of the biggest channels on YouTube, does tech reviews and things like that. Good show, funny guy. No politics, none of that. He just talks about tech stuff. Pretty interesting things if you're into that kind of stuff. And he did a video about Apple, and that's not what this video is going to be about. But he talked about an Apple product, the new Apple X, which I want to do a video on. This whole facial iris scanning and all this stuff that's going on with this technology. I've talked about it before. And I'm just going to quickly say, everybody, you're basically, putting yourselves in the system. You're doing all the work for them. So he talked about this product, and he doesn't quite agree with it. And he doesn't think it's that good of a product. But Apple, I guess, talked Google into putting him in the basement. So now we're starting to see even mainstream shows that have nothing to do with politics or anything getting put in that censorship basement. So maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a good thing, that this will bring maybe awareness to a different population that these things are going on and they need to change. So hopefully that would be the good that comes from that. But back to the September 23rd, Revelations, the signs in the sky. And it's funny, like I say, we see all the chaos going on in the world right now. And it makes me wonder, are we leading up to something? Or, unfortunately, have things just begun? Are things really about to hit the fan? What this day brings, we can only assume right now and wonder and hope for the best. Now, if you're right with you-know-who, you won't get being me up, Scotty. But if that's not the case, if this is just chaos throughout the world and we got to deal with it, Instead of running around Chicken Little, the sky is falling, folks, come together. Just like in a storm, and that's what scares me. If an event were to take place, I saw the way people reacted during these storms, and I saw the chaos that ensued. I saw people at each other's throats for water and gas, and that scares me, because if something really big happens September 23rd, it's not just the event that I worry about, it's the way that everybody reacts. Don't Chicken Little, the sky is falling. Don't go after your neighbor. Love thy neighbor. Be there for your fellow person. Support them. That's the only way this world continues on. If we don't all get beamed up, we're going to be here on earth. And we have to continue on here on earth as a group, as a society. Be there for people. Help them. You see somebody fall down, help them up. And this doesn't just go for September 23rd. If that day comes and goes and nothing happens, still take this message. Go out and live your life like that. I guarantee you it'll bring you peace also. It feels good to help people. And we need to get back to that as a society. We need to put things down, put the technology down. We need to realize that maybe one day, yes, it's in the signs, it's in whatever, these events, something's going to happen. But we've got to learn, if we're not here for each other, the next day after that doesn't matter. Because eventually, we'll be nothing. We won't continue on as a group. We won't continue on as a people. You can't continue on this world by yourself. If you do, fine. Yeah, you'll live your life out till you die, and that's it. We've got to realize. We got to quit letting society and mainstream brainwash us and have us at each other's throats. We see the war also that's about to happen. Possibly happen. We see the war that's about to happen between societies, not just with these big nations, North Korea and all this stuff. We look at the people, the civil wars that are almost breaking out. We've got to get past all this stuff, and maybe all these storms, maybe all this chaos, maybe this event is here to wake us up, here to make us realize that we do need to make a change, that we do need to have everybody wake up and realize if we don't, it could be even worse. I don't know, y'all. Maybe the day comes, maybe it goes, just like any other day. We wake up, we think about it, we go to bed that night, and nothing really eventful happens. But maybe take that one thing from it. Maybe take that one little aspect of it and think of what if it did. Don't panic. Don't go after each other. Don't think of it as hell on earth or anything like that. Think of it as an opportunity to start making a step towards the good. Make a step towards a change that we do need to make. And come back together as a people. Fight for each other. Love one another. And I ain't kumbaya, y'all know me. But we've got to learn again how to act. How to quit relying on these governments and these mainstream groups to tell us how to walk, talk, act, and be towards each other. Because obviously the road they've led us down isn't a good one. So hopefully, like I say, I can check in again, y'all, and I can get to everybody before and after September 23rd. Hopefully that sun back there in the distance comes up and sets again just like any other day. We have nothing to worry about. Time goes on. But we've got to make some changes, y'all. We've got to wake up. And I hope everybody does. You see somebody, like I said, see somebody fall down, help them up. Open the door for somebody. Be nice, y'all. It's not that hard to do. Alright, I'm going to be nice to y'all, and I'm going to say thank you so much again for always giving me this opportunity. Hopefully you see this video. And I thank you again for all the support, everybody out there dealing with these events. Please, my heart goes out to you. My prayers go out to you. Be safe, be smart, be prepared. And hopefully I'll see y'all soon. We talk about some more craziness. As always, y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay incredible. The sun will come up tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar, bet you holla. See y'all.